All right, guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to part 2 of the Charger Redeye build. In this video, I wasn't even expecting to work today because we got some snow last night, but the sun's out, the snow already melted off the cement, so we should be good to go. I'm gonna start taking off the body panels. I'm gonna take off the fender, take off the bumper, take off the headlight. I want to make sure that core support isn't damaged. This thing over here, it looks like it's pretty close. I want to take, most importantly, the rear door off. I want to see what's under here from the impact. I did have to cover it up. We got, like I said, we got some snow, so I didn't want the snow in through this gap since this door doesn't close all the way. And then I'm gonna take the wheels off. As you can see, this wheel over here is screwed up pretty bad due to the tie rod being bent. I think it's an inner on that side. This one is bent too, but it's not horrible. I don't know if you catch that on camera. That one is bent too. So yeah, I got everything set up. I'm gonna put all the bolts and screws and clips over everything here so I don't lose anything. And then I'm gonna start with the front end. I'm gonna put the jack stands under the car, take the wheels off. That way I can work a lot easier. I'll take the liners out, take the fender off, take the bumper off, and then I'll move on to the doors. And if we have enough time, I don't know if I am, we'll start working on the interior. I want to take this door off. Surprisingly, this door locks, so it doesn't stay open. So I'm gonna take these doors off. This one should be pretty easy. You got two 13mm nuts on both sides, disconnect the connector, and it'll slide right out. I've seen people where they take them off from the actual hinge. I wouldn't do that because it's harder to line back up. If you do it this way, everything lines back up and you wouldn't have an issue with that. The seat, I hope I don't have an issue with. Yeah, looks like we are. I could get to the rear or the front bolts. I can't get to the rear. So I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I want to get it out of here. I want to take the whole interior out, so when it goes to the frame shop, they don't get the interior messed up, because they gotta, you know, go through here and get everything dirty. All right, I'm gonna get all my tools ready. I'm pretty simple. I'm probably gonna need a 10, a clip remover. Where's my number 4? So I need I'm gonna use my air ratchet just to make things quicker. A 10. I use a 13 to get the doors off. Where's my clip tool remover? This one over here. And I think that's really it. And the inner fenders, oh, that's a 10 too, so we got that. Oh, the headlights. The headlights is a 8mm. So here's an 8. And that should be everything that I need for now. So I'm gonna set this camera up over here with the stand or the tripod. That way I'll just do a time lapse of me going through these parts. I kind of explained what I'm doing already. And let's get started and taking this thing apart. All right, so I got the wheels off. I put the stands under there. I put the lugs back on here so I don't lose those. I want to show you how this tie rod looks real quick. As you can see, it's bent up pretty good. So I'm probably gonna have to heat it up. I gotta go find my torch. I'll heat it. I'll bend it back as close as possible just so this wheel can kind of straighten up until we get the new one in. Oh, the cradle. I did pick up a new cradle. This one's off a Challenger, but it does fit. They're all the same. I don't know if I showed you guys the cradle in the last video, but the cradle on here is pretty crunched up. We got pretty lucky. It didn't hit the oil pan. But yeah, we're doing good so far. Now I'm gonna start off taking the liners, these over here. These are pretty simple, just got clips all over. These clips over here are different than the ones up top, but the rest of them are the same. Get these off. I'm probably gonna need a new liner on the driver's side. Yeah, this one's cut up. I'll take this one off, and then you can see the bolts for the fender and the bumper right behind this. But yeah, let's continue working, see where we get. All right guys, so before I pull off this front bumper, I want to show you how you take these brackets off on the wide bodies if you haven't done one yet. So there's one bolt up here. Let me show you how it looks. Looks just like that. The rest are the same, but let me show you where they're at. So you have to, I mean, you don't have to, but it's a lot easier if you take off the liner. If you don't, you got to kind of crease it out the way. But there's one over here and there's one all the way up top. You really don't need a swivel head to get in there. Just use something with a low profile ratchet and you can get in there. And make sure you disconnect your side markers, and really everything else should come right off. I don't have a belly pan on mine. Mine got destroyed from the accident. But now, once I put this camera down and I set that one up, I can just yank this whole thing right off. All right, guys, so looking good so far. About an hour in, got most of the stuff off that I wanted to do today. I got the doors off, obviously. This back door was a pain to get off because that's where the main impact was. So I couldn't get this connector off, so I just cut it. Make sure when you're cutting these, you don't cut it with the positive and the ground touching like this. You'll blow a fuse. So I kind of cut them one by one. I got that off. I got the front door off. That was pretty simple. I got to get the mirror out of this one. I am gonna pull the door panels off before I trash these. I'm gonna take them off and put them on the other doors. The other door panels are black. Now I'm gonna take off these trim pieces, and then I'll take out the carpet. I can already see where it's crunched up right over here, but I gotta take all the stuff off, then I can take the carpet out. Or probably, I don't know if I gotta, because this back carpet over here is one big piece. It goes from the driver's side to the passenger side. These ones in the front are individual, so I could take that off by itself, but if I'm already gonna take everything out, I might as well take the center console off, take the whole carpet out. That way when they're working, they're not gonna be causing any troubles. So these are pretty easy to come off. This one over here just snaps right out, just like that. This over here has a screw right on top of the headliner, so that one's kind of tricky. It's a small, I think it's like a T8 or something. This one over here has a T50 bolt for the seat belt, so you gotta take that off first to get this one off. This one looks, you know, it's broken, so I gotta replace that. And that's really it. And then I'll fold this out the way. I'll show you guys what the damage is on the floor, and we'll wrap up today's video. Oh, I got the new headlight, so I might as well just throw it on. The core support is saved, so I don't gotta take everything apart and replace that. This thing, it's not too expensive. I think it's like $250, but the labor that goes into here, it's a lot of work. You gotta take off the cooling system, all these air dam shrouds, whatever. And we also got saved on this pump for the supercharger. This thing alone was like 1,500 bucks. So we're looking good so far, and I'll continue working and see where we go. All right, so honestly, before I show you guys, I'm kind of surprised. I thought it was gonna be way worse than what I'm looking at right now. I thought this whole thing is gonna be crunched right under the carpet, but it is crunched, but it's not as bad. So as you can see, the floorboard on this side obviously is just from the impact is pushed in, but this, if you see the spot welds over here, this one piece could get replaced. So look at this part where the seat actually sits. It didn't even move at all. So good thing. I mean, I'm really surprised with that. But none of the wire harness, I don't see anything pinched up or a splice or anything like that. So we're looking pretty good. I might probably in the next video, it's getting really cold, I'm gonna take off the center console, I'll take off this seat, and I'll take off this whole carpet. That way when they're working, this thing is not gonna get burnt or anything when they're welding. So I'd rather play safe than sorry, and instead of replacing the whole carpet later on. But before we end up today's video, I'm gonna go grab the headlight from inside, the new one that I bought. I'll install it, make sure that works, put all these parts back in the garage, and call it a night. It's getting really cold. All right, so here is the brand new headlight. I got this from the dealer when we picked up the control arm. All right, obviously can't do this one hand, but here's the driver's side headlight. These are HIDs. The way you can tell on that is if it has a ballast on there. Halogens don't got that. The ballast on the other one is still good, so I might save that. That thing is like a couple $100 by itself. So we'll screw that on. These have different kind of screws, so I put them to the side so I won't get them mixed up. 8 mils. So we'll bolt that on. Pretty self-explanatory. Plug in the connector, make sure that works. I'm gonna tape up all these electrical wires. Since everything's exposed now, I don't want water to get in those. And that's probably gonna be it for today. Looks good. See, HIDs are more of like a white, kind of bluish. HIDs are like more of a yellow. The humming noise you hear is just the ballast turning on. So bad news is the header panel or the core support is actually broken. So as you can see, it's missing a whole chunk out of there. There's a space like this where the fender is supposed to bolt onto. So if I don't replace that, the fender is not going to sit right. It's not going to be stiff like that one is. So it's not too crazy. I mean, I could replace that. Just got to take a lot of stuff off. So the headlights got to come back out. Damn, it's already starting to snow again. Now since the doors are off, I do have some wrap right there. I'm gonna use that just to block it off until we take it to the frame shop to get that frame straightened out and move on from there. Well, that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I got a lot of cleaning up to do before it gets dark. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. Make sure to stay tuned for next video. We gotta do the cradle. We gotta fix the suspension on the front. I still gotta replace that arm in the back. And I gotta get a U-Haul and go get the new parts to the body shop. So a lot of stuff to do. I'm trying to get it done as soon as possible. So if you're new, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll see you back on the next one.